Bacteria. They are the most abundant life form on the planet and can live virtually anywhere. Desert, rainforest, city, plains, and even the human stomach. Bacteria multiply at a rapid pace. Some are helpful to our body, but others kill. Before 1928, bacteria thrived on humans and animals by killing us by the thousands. But in 1928, a monumental mishap saved the human race. Young Alexander Fleming was finishing cleaning up his petri dishes before going on his vacation at the dune. Rushing to get home, he stacked his petri dishes on the side of his desk so another scientist could use the space. When he returned, though, he found his petri dishes covered in bacteria that he did not clean up. While sabotaging through his wasted petri dishes, he discovered a mold that was killing the bacteria in some of the dishes. This was known as penicillin. In 1940, penicillin was put on the market, and just in time World War II was on the rise. The Nazi military was growing. Stronger weapons, stronger men, and stronger allies. With this, men from the Alliance, England, America, and the Soviet Union were dying from infected wounds at a rapid speed. But thanks to penicillin, men with infected wounds could return home to their families safe and unharmed by killing the bacteria inside the wound. This made soldiers feel safer and helped the Alliance stay on its feet. Although the amount of injured soldiers, a group of bacteria called R. staphylococcus gained a resistance to penicillin in less than a year. At the time, there were very few bacteria that had this resistance, causing the issue to be classified as unimportant. So what is a superbug?
Very common types of bacteria, just those that have become resistant to antibiotics. So some of the more common bugs that we work with are E. coli, Staph aureus, Enterococcus.
That was Lieutenant Colonel Kate Hinkle, a director in Multi-Drug Organism Repository and Surveillance Network, and Major Anthony Jones, a deputy director at MRSN. These are two of many scientists working on superbugs at Walter Reed Army Institute of Research at Fort Detrick. In 1945, Fleming was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology for his outstanding work in improving the lives of thousands and saving the brave men at war with his discovery of penicillin. But with the known fact of superbugs, he warned about how, if antibiotics are misused, it can only become a temporary fix. Did we listen?
I don't think we did a very good job of that. I think antibiotics became seen as a life-saving drug, and many times, many ways they are life-saving. But I think there was at least a little bit of a case of too much of a good thing. And so I think that now, especially all over the world, not just in the United States, we're realizing that we have to dial back on how many antibiotics we're using, and we have to control them as far as who is treated and for how long. We need to control them better.
Over the years, new antibiotics were made to improve the lives of many. Tetracycline, vancomycin, linezolid, and ceftaline are some of them. With the rise of bacteria, doctors began to incorrectly prescribe antibiotics to patients. In consequence, many bacteria are taking a stand and creating a resistance to these life-saving vaccines. If we don't find a new antibiotic and fix our ways, these bacteria may cause many health and physical problems to humans and animals, which can bring us back to the 1928s when thousands died to bacterial infection. These bacteria are gaining resistance to antibiotics for four major reasons. Reason 1, doctors are incorrectly prescribing them to patients and not actually making sure they have an infection. This leads the bacteria in the human stomach and intestine to mutate and survive. Reason 2, people are not actually taking their full course of antibiotics and instead stop once they feel fine. These problems because bacteria that are extremely resistant stay alive and multiply in the human stomach.
When you don't take your full course of antibiotics, you're selecting for those that are resistant. So then after successive multiplications, and then you're not following up with your appropriate course of antibiotics, you're just selecting for those that are the most resistant. And then you end up in an environment, say in the healthcare system now, where you've created this organism that is resistant to a lot of different types of antibiotics, and it can be shared, usually voluntarily, with people who are staying in the hospital with you. So, and again, it's just a matter of taking your full course, and ensuring that you eradicate everything, regardless of how, if you feel better or whatever. It won't take much really to be left behind to create a new problem.
3. Farmers give their animals a steady supply of antibiotics to help them grow, but with the overuse of antibiotics comes a resistance. These animals are butchered and then sold directly to you. This can make you sick and even cause death because the bacteria, dead or alive, are still inside the animal.
We eat the food, we eat the products that come from those animals, and we also eat the vegetables that are grown maybe in the same ground where they've replicated and passed on all those drug-resistant bacteria. So there's another area where we need to focus on decreasing the amount of antibiotics that are used, and that's in animals.
Reason for it. You know when a bottle says kills 99.9% of germs? What about the other 1%? These are superbugs. And every time you use the product on anything, germs left over start to multiply and divide about once every 20 minutes. Some of these bacteria become more antibiotic resistant, so to kill germs you have to use more, but the 1% stays and multiplies around, infects you and your family, and can cause death and illness. These factors have caused major problems to get out of hand, and if we don't work fast, there are many short and long-term impacts.
So I think the short-term impact that everyone is most concerned about is that the types of bacteria out there that are already resistant to every known antibiotic will become more common throughout the world. So that's the biggest short-term impact.
This could lead to a worldwide infection that can cause extinction in many animals that depend on antibiotics, and could even kill humans, because there would be no antibiotics that could come close to killing some bacteria. But there still is hope.
We just have to be smarter about how we use our antibiotics, and know that bacteria are also, they may not be smart in the same way that people are, but because of what Major Jones was just talking about, the fact that they multiply and they change their DNA so many times, they have a chance to constantly be making new mutations to overcome any new antibiotics. So I think, and I think bacteria will always be able to do that no matter what we throw at them, and we just have to be smarter about how we use the antibiotics, and be smarter about how we can detect when a bacteria has become resistant.
How can we become smarter people, and how can we fix our problems today?
We collect up all the bacteria that have become resistant to antibiotics, so that we can share them with other groups that do actually develop some antibiotics. So there actually are other groups here at Rare that are developing new types of antibiotics, taking them all the way from literally using computer models to figure out which molecules are going to be most likely to be an effective antibiotic, and then taking them all the way through, testing them on the bacteria on a plate, and then testing them in animals as well. And maybe talk something about the phage work.
Sure.
There are other alternatives to antibiotics that may be useful to us in the future.
So yeah, as Carmichael was saying, phage, which is pretty much viruses that attack bacteria, we're working on getting them to be very specific to a particular type of bacteria. So they're actually living things, even though there's a debate on whether they're living or not, that can go in and destroy bacteria, so we don't have to worry about chemicals to destroy those bacteria.
So you heard from Lieutenant Colonel Hinkle that this problem will never be solved, but it can be battled and it can be tamed. All we have to do is depend on science in generation, my generation, and future generations to create more dependable antibiotics, but know that our past is not our future, and our future is only as smart as the people today. We cannot give up on our children and their children. We have to keep the fight going and stand up to bacteria that have plagued us for centuries.